Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Symphogear Season 4, Episode 7. So, last time we had some fighting against a Hydra-type monster that every time they defeated it, it split into more heads, and then heads came out of the body of the final one, and craziness. But, we managed to finish the linker, which allowed our three other girls to come in and fight, and now it's 6-on-3, and he tried to talk to them and be like, if what you're trying to do is make the world better, why can't we do it together and not harm people and stuff like that? And Saint Germain is just like, no, we want the lunar ruins. We must destroy the world to fix it. No, she didn't say that, but anyway, she did mention lunar ruins. Whatever that is, I guess we will find out at some point. So yeah, let's get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yep. Lunar ruins. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna clean the glasses a little bit. They were like almost tolerable, but I figure it's the opening. I keep seeing ads for LASIK and it's so tempting. I think I like how I look with glasses, to be honest. Like, I don't, maybe it's just because I'm used to it, but like when I look at myself, I can see myself over here on this monitor. Without glasses, it just feels, I don't know. But I mean, like I said, I'm also so damn used to seeing myself with glasses on that maybe if I did get LASIK over a long course of time, I would like it, you know? But then they said the price, they were like, it was like a deal or something where they're like, oh, interest free for 24 months, which means your payments would be as low as $100, you know? But that tells me that the whole procedure to get your eyes fixed is $2,400. It's pretty crazy. And I get it. Like, you're using a laser to fix my eyes permanently. It's not a bad cost. I just don't have a ton of money, you know, to be doing that shit. I've never even got checked. I don't even know if I could get LASIK. Anyway, sorry. Oh, this music's different. Or at least it feels different. Maybe it's not. I'm not sure. Oh shit! Pierced her sword. Oh shit! Well, damn. We haven't seen them fight a whole lot in those forms that they're in right now. I don't like her outfit. Like, I think in a different show I would like it, but everyone else's is so, like, not that I want hers to be skimpy, but I don't know, it doesn't look efficient. She has, like, a giant-ass, like, thing on her head. I don't know. There's something about it that doesn't look like you'd be able to move well in it. Oh, shit. Have we ever seen them ignite? Hmm. The funny thing is I feel like Hibiki's, like, if peace and, like, not wanting to hurt others and understanding everybody. Yeah. See, I think Hibiki understands, like, if anyone doesn't have the curse of Balal in this world, I feel like it's Hibiki, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, violence just begets more violence. You can't, you know. Why? Is it because you've believed that this whole time? They're just leaving. Double sorries with frosting. Love how they gauge their power scaling is off of Hibiki's most powerful punch. Hmm. What are they upset about? I guess just... Okay. Is that just what they're upset about? Just not having the strength? For a second there, I thought I missed something when they started saying, like, fixing the linker was a short-lived victory, and, like, the girls being upset about, like, doing what they did. I thought maybe they, like, ruined their chances of ever using their gear again or something like that. But no, I think it's just that they lost. They're all just upset. To be fair, it is believable that a philosopher, or an alchemist would believe that, right? It's all about equivalent exchange. Yeah, she got it. Her bag. Hibiki. Yeah, Miku loves to watch her leave. Sorry. Ruining this tender moment. With Miku just being like, I love watching that ass leave. I love how, like, I don't know. There's something so respectful in the way that at least Japanese people in anime are portrayed talking to each other. I have no idea if they do that in real life. All my knowledge from Japan is basically from anime. But, I don't know. Like, I mean, we say thank you and you're welcome and stuff too, but I don't know. The way they said it to each other felt so much more, I don't know, sincere and heartfelt than it feels when someone says, like, thank you to me, you know? I don't know. Oh, Elf 9. Trying to do her best to help. Gonna somehow use what got chipped off of Hibiki, maybe? Oh boy, this guy. He's always naked. What a weird duo they are. Okay, so they don't like him. I got vibes that they weren't, like, super impressed by him when he, like, showed up and stuff. Like they weren't like Tiki was, right? I mean, that further opens up the... I imagine what's gonna happen is... I'll talk about it after. Hmm. I'm gonna trust that what she's saying is right. The Fool Stone. I love how they're calling it the Fool Stone now. You did the best you could in the situation, Chris. Man, these girls do everything, don't they? They're sucking up the soil, that's what they're doing? I didn't realize what they were doing. Why are these here? Well... Alright, girls. I really like Kirika's design. But I love Scythe, so... it was a given. Actually, both the two girls, Kirika and Shirabe, like, it's funny that they're a pair because they're like... I really love the yo-yo weapon from Shirabe as well. I know she hasn't always had it, but she has it now, and I love it. And she has the Heely skates on her shoes. I used to have those when I was a kid, too. These girls are relentless. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Damn. I think the other thing about this girl is her weapon just reminds me. Do you guys remember, granted, I think this came out first, but One Punch Man Season 2, there's a character with like a big smiley face ball at the end, and he shoots it out like that, and it comes back on a string. It's like almost the exact same weapon, and every time I see her using that, it just reminds me of it. They're already trying to stop you! Ooh. Oh, it's like a unison raid from Fairy Tail. That's what I thought of when I heard the word unison. Oh shit. Oh my god! Nice. That was a cool combo. The yo-yos! They're singing together. I love what this show does with the subtitles. Or whoever did the subtitles. I love what they did with it. Because there's like a... It starts with it just being like Kirika's. And then Shirabe showing up. And then Kirika's. And then it starts having both of them like one on top of the other one. And then it merges them both together. And it's just like a clever display of them like slowly getting more and more in sync while also, oh shit, I did not get to read that, it was too fast. I was too busy looking at the contraption that they created. Oh shit. Jeez. They never tried, like, singing in unison before? Alright, Tiki. This is a crazy environment. Oh, shit. Oh my god. He wants her to... Yeah. That's crazy. What a choice. I like this. I like this outro song for like that moment right there. I don't know why that transitions so well into just kind of like the slowness of this outro. But yeah, as soon as he said those two, I was like, no. I was like, well, no, I shouldn't say that. At first, I was like, wait, which two? And then it like dawned on me a second later. I was like, oh shit, talking about Prelati and Cagliostro. Sacrificing one of them in order to fuel what she needs. That's crazy. If she were to do it, who do you think she'd sacrifice? I don't know. I feel like Caglio has gotten more screen time than Prelati. I mean, I know Prelati has been around a bunch, but I don't know. Also, just for the fan service aspect of Caglio, like, if I was the writers, I'd probably just get rid of Prelati, you know? I don't think she's gonna do it, though. But I do think the other two girls may find out what's been offered to her, and that will cause, like, division within the group. But that is it, guys, for episode 7. But yeah, like, okay, so here's how I, just from watching TV shows and stuff, I imagine from, I don't know how, but from some source, they're gonna find out that, oh, Saint Germain might sacrifice one of the two of us, and then they're gonna be like angry with Saint Germain. Saint Germain's gonna be like, no, I never planned on doing it. I swear I would never sacrifice a comrade like that, kind of thing. And they'd be like, yeah, right, like, why didn't you come to us sooner with it then, or something? I don't know. But there'll probably be like some division amongst them a bit. But yeah, I mean, we had here the girls don't seem like they're a super big fan of Adam, even though it seems like they might have pledged their loyalty because you know, their goals aligned before they really knew who Adam was, kind of thing. Or maybe he was different hundreds of years ago when they joined him, kind of thing. I don't know. But regardless, I definitely see where, like, especially earlier in this episode, it seemed like Hibiki almost reached Saint Germain a little bit too. So I think there is room for all of our characters to be working together. The three new girls, Saint Germain, Prelati, and Cagliostro, as well as like fighting against Adam, right, with our crew. Um, but I think like before that happens, Adam is gonna achieve like maybe achieve this god level strength that he so hopes for or is trying to get, kind of thing. And because right now, I mean, he seems strong. He came and dropped that giant fireball, like that was crazy. But I don't know if he's strong enough to take all 9 of our characters, right? Um, but if he gets this power, this power of like a god or whatever that he's trying to get, maybe he would be strong enough. So I think it's going to come down to that, and then those girls will join our girls, and they will all fight him, right? That's where I see it going. We'll see if it works out that way. I don't know, but yeah. We had Saint Germain mentioning this episode that the only way to break the curse of Belial is to achieve it through anger. Now, is that because, like, she has to use anger? Like, they mentioned having to use people as fuel, right, for what they're trying to do. Someone said that this episode. I don't know. It might have been Genjiro or something. But they use people as fuel, so maybe in order to be able to sacrifice the people needed, like maybe there's no other way to break the curse of Belial other than sacrificing people to get the energy. And maybe that's where she said, like, you need to achieve it through anger. You need to be able to have that feeling in your heart that will allow you to justify killing people to achieve your goals, kind of thing. I don't know. I was just trying to like rationalize why you would have to achieve it through anger. The other option is maybe you don't have to achieve it through anger, and maybe that's just all she's known. Her whole life, her mom was kind of, seemed like she just slept with a guard or something of that village, and then she was born, and the guard didn't give two shits about any of them, and her mom died and they were slaves too, so her mom died while being a slave, not getting the care she needed because people just didn't give a shit, right? So she's hoping to break the curse of Belial, which I think they mentioned was like confusion in the mind. I want to go back. They talk about it. Is a result of the mental imbalance caused by the curse of Belial in their souls. Making the imperfect perfect. I might have went past the line. Did I go past the original line? One needs power of the god to reach the lunar ruins. We'll talk about that in a few, by the way. Okay, hold on. Let me go all the way back, because I feel like... Okay, so I missed that line. I don't know if what I was doing, but the ruins on the moon. So I got the gist of it by them showing the moon, right? I actually wrote down lunar ruins on moon, It also makes sense with lunar being in the name, because that's like a word for, like, I don't know. I don't really... Now that I think about it, like, if I were to try to define lunar, I don't really know, but, like, I feel like it has to do with, like, moon. Like, I've heard, like, lunar eclipse, which is usually when, like, the moon eclipses the sun kind of thing, I believe. and stuff like that. So I guess lunar might just be another word for moon kind of thing. But anyway, I didn't realize that they actually said the ruins on the moon question mark. I just got the feeling of that because it kept showing the moon while talking about it, you know. So I guess I did figure it out, but I was about to go on a tangent of being like, oh, are the lunar ruins on the moon, you know, and like yada yada yada, and I was gonna like go on a whole rant about it, but I guess I don't have to now because they did confirm it. I just missed it. That's my bad. I miss things. This imperfect world order where people oppress each other by force. Oh my god. Is a result of the maybe this is just what I saw. Is a result of the mental imbalance. Maybe mental, because I wrote down confusion in mind, but maybe I read mental imbalance and like just summed it up a different way. But yeah, so yeah, like mental imbalance. So I mean, I talked last episode about it. Is it like a physical thing where like people are just like not able to understand other languages? Like, is it just a language thing? Because I know they talked about like people can't understand each other, but I think it's more of a mental thing. Like, kind of like how a lot of our countries and everything, everyone is different. None of us can really unite to be one, right? Like, there's countries that hate the United States and stuff like that and what they believe in, right? And then obviously the in reverse, the United States hates what they believe in, kind of thing. And obviously not everyone. I don't want to lump everyone together, but it's just kind of like the idea that I'm trying to sum up here is it's more of like the reason why we can't all come to agreement and we have these little squabbles that end up turning into wars and fighting each other is because of this curse of Balal. I talked a lot about that in the last episode, but I wasn't sure which one it was. But the way they described it here makes it seem like it's more on the mental front. It's not just like a language thing. It's more of like a we just can't agree with each other kind of thing, and it's because of the curse of Balal, essentially, to sum it up in a very simple way. But yeah. So what they need to do is they need to achieve the power. Basically, what they're trying to do is they're trying to achieve the power to be able to make it to the moon to access the lunar ruins, right? That's what it seems like to me. That's the power of the god they need is to be able to make it to the moon. Does that mean that people haven't gone to the moon in this world? Like, could you not just like work with NASA or something, make a rocket and just fly to the moon, you know? Do you have to gain the power of a god to get there? But maybe once you're there, maybe there's something about the lunar ruins that in order to activate them or wield them or whatever, however they work, you'd have to have that level of power that they're trying to get. It could be something like that. But I mean, obviously, we've known this ties into the idea that Fine has been trying to destroy the moon for the longest time, so, you know, it makes sense the moon being this, maybe this device or something, or part of the moon, something on the moon, you know, being this device that is kind of emanating this curse of Balal, potentially. But yeah, I mean, I talked about it during the episode a bit, but I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on what I was saying. But, you know, if the curse of Balal is this confusion in the mind that causes humanity not to be able to, like, come together and understand each other and make peace with each other, it feels like the closest person to not being affected by the curse of Balal is Hibiki, right? Because she has that, like, you know, no matter who they are or what their story is, she tries to connect with them and understand them, right? And stuff like that. If everyone, I mean, obviously it's a dream to have everyone be able to be the way Hibiki is, but if your goals align and Hibiki is like willing to make peace, why not? Like, I don't understand why Saint Germain is like, no, I must be evil, you know? Like, obviously she seems like she's coming around a little bit. The only thing is I talked a little bit earlier about, like, achieve through anger and, like, having to sacrifice people kind of thing. Maybe Saint Germain just knows that it's gonna take sacrificing people in order to achieve what she's trying to achieve. So she knows that someone like Hibiki would never go along with that, you know? Because Hibiki is talking about, like, working together and not having to hurt anyone and stuff like that, and she's like, that's just not possible, you know? So maybe it's just something like that, and that's why she's so resistant to working with Hibiki. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of The 100 recently, which kind of has a lot of that, like, anger towards other people and wars brewing throughout most of the show, and no one can, like, get along and stuff, and it's like, man. And obviously some of the people in the show are kind of my mentality of, like, if we can just try to make the peace work, you know? Like in that show, they didn't even, like, they had the peace, and they didn't even really try to make it work, because they just voted in, like, the fear let them vote in a leader that then just went and annihilated the enemy, kind of thing. And it's like, and then that bred more hate on the other side, and then they're just at war again, and it's like, man, if people could just understand each other and not, you know, like, realize that we're all human despite what or who we believe in, kind of thing. It's really too bad, like, that people can't understand each other more and stuff. It, like, oh man, it's just a bummer, you know. Watching that show just makes me, you know, because I know people are like that in real life too, you know, and that's why we haven't achieved a higher level. I don't want to get too deep into, you know, crazy talk here, but that's why I feel like we haven't gone to, like, the next level of our civilization, is because, you know, we're too busy making weapons and fighting each other and hating each other, or, you know, and it's not even, like, across countries anymore, you know. It's people with the whole, you know, I don't know. I don't really want to get into it, actually. I was about to get into some of the issues that are going on in the U.S. right now, but honestly, I don't want to. But either way, I just wish we could all understand each other, and, you know, especially watching that show, it makes me wish, like, oh, I wish the people in the show would just focus on peace, you know? Like, they're living, like, in the 100, sorry, I'm still talking about the 100, but they're living in, like, a post-apocalyptic world after, like, nukes, like, destroyed the Earth pretty much, and it's like 100 years later, and stuff like that, and they're still just all fighting each other and warring, and it's like, this is what led to the nukes that led to the problem in the first place. Stop it, you know. But anyway, I'm really curious to see where they go with the Curse of Balal, and do they ever manage to break it? Like, is it a pipe dream of all these different antagonists that keep trying to break it? You know, or do our characters somehow find a way to do it by the end, and we do see humanity kind of come together? I think it could be an interesting story to have the goal of so many antagonists throughout the story be to break this thing, and to have it be broken in the end, rather than just like, oh, we need to stop them from their agenda, because it's not like they're trying to destroy the world. It's just they're trying to save the world, but they're trying to do it in ways that hurt a lot of people, you know. Fine was trying to bring the moon down to the Earth, which would have, like, killed majority of the population, and would have been like a whole restart for the Earth, kind of thing, right? Saint Germain seems to be doing a less deadly approach, I think, unless it's going to end up being more deadly, I don't know. But she's just using the lives of people in order to fuel. But it sounds like she'd need the lives of, like, a lot of people for the fuel she needs to get that, like, god-level power. So, you know, but still, either way, you know, sacrificing a lot of people to achieve something that is good in the long run, kind of thing, is just an interesting concept if our characters could all figure out how to achieve that in the end of the show, you know. I don't know. We'll see, though. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Very interesting episode. I feel like we definitely had a lot of fighting this episode, and the fighting was cool, don't get me wrong. I guess I didn't even talk about, like, the unison singing and stuff like that, which was really cool. Like I said, I mean, I talked about the subtitles and stuff during the episode of it being, like, really neat and all that. And I did really like the unison singing. That's one of those things where they introduce it, like, in season 4, and it's like, they never, like, tried to sing together. And I swear they have sung together before, and they never noticed. Like we've had, like I know for sure because I remember seeing the subtitles like merge and everything again, in other episodes of like Kirika and Shirabe singing together, and they didn't notice like um, their whatchamacallit, their like sync levels or what's the term? The phonic gain were like off the charts when they did it. And so it's one of those things where they're just like, oh, we need to give them like another level of power. Okay, let's make them sync their singing and stuff like that. And it's like, kind of did it before, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it works different. Maybe they didn't sync. Maybe they synced differently right here than they did in previous episodes. I don't know, but yeah. Um, I've been thinking about it for a while, and like I'd say one of kind of the biggest downfalls of this show is, don't get me wrong, I like the fighting, but something gets taken away from the fighting a little bit when almost every single episode they fight the antagonist and then the antagonist teleport away. They fight the antagonist teleport away. You know, and it's like it gets so formulaic where like I'm sitting here watching them fight and I'm like, I know they're not gonna beat I know Saint Germain and the other two aren't gonna lose here and get like captured and arrested, or if they do, they're just gonna break out because this isn't the season finale, because it follows that pattern of like they just keep fighting throughout. But I mean, really for me, it's about learning the little bits of info that gets dropped in these episodes. Like this one, I felt like we had a decent amount of info drops. So for me, it's about those info drops, and then the fighting is just kind of like filler fun stuff to keep it entertaining, right? But yeah, I just sometimes wish, like, honestly, I loved even just a little conversation between Hibiki and Miku, and Miku seeing Hibiki like always smiling, even though like Miku said she had the most reason to cry out of anyone, yet she is still smiling and trying to help people. And like little moments like that, little conversation moments, like seeing Chris struggle with her internal problems. Like I could go on a couple episodes of just our characters like recovering from some of these fights, thinking about things, talking to each other and stuff like that, but it just feels like we just go from fight to fight to like appease the fans kind of thing. I don't know. But regardless, I do enjoy the show. It's just that's just one of those minor things that I'm just like a little on, But now I'm actually done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me if you're not already on there watching. Thank you so much if you are. The link is in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. You can see the rest of Season 4 and all of Season 5 on there right now if you're watching from YouTube. Other than that, and you'll be able to see whatever has replaced this too. So keep an eye out for that. And if you want to support the channel, check all that out and everything. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.